Look at your wallet. That plastic card seems ordinary, right? But do you know that every single second over 100,000 transactions happen with these cards worldwide? Every year, $200 trillion change hands. But have you ever wondered how just two companies came to control all the world's money, and even more intriguing, why no government, no bank, no giant tech company can stop them? The story I'm about to tell you started with a forgotten wallet in the 1950s and ended with the world's biggest secret empire. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will make you never look at that card in your pocket the same way again. 1950s. America, the post-war economic boom era. People started shopping, restaurants were packed, but there was a problem. Cash. For big purchases, you had to carry hundreds or thousands of dollars with you. Dangerous, inconvenient, embarrassing. 1949. New York, businessman Frank McNamara is having dinner with clients at a fancy restaurant. When the bill comes, he reaches for his wallet and freezes. He forgot his wallet at home. In front of everyone at the table, he turns red with embarrassment. He calls his wife, who rushes over with the money. That night on his way home, McNamara is thinking one thing: this will never happen to me again. And at that moment, such an idea comes to his mind that this idea will not only change his life, but will forever change the entire world economy. But the real question is, how did this simple, embarrassing moment turn into a power that even leaves governments helpless and changes the fate of countries? McNamara pursued his idea. In 1950, he founded Diners Club, the world's first credit card company. The concept was very simple. Diners Club gave members a card. Restaurants accepted this card. Diners Club sent monthly bills and charged restaurants a commission. In the first year, only 200 people joined, but within 5 years they reached 20,000 members. Now think about it. This wasn't just a payment method, it was a social revolution. People were introduced to the buy now, pay later concept for the first time. Luxury life was now the right of the middle class, not just the rich. The American dream was materializing. But banks watching this were thinking, wait a minute, isn't this our business? Why aren't we making this money? And at this point, the giants enter the stage. 1958. Fresno, California, Bank of America conducts a crazy experiment. And when I say crazy, I mean something really crazy. They send credit cards to 60,000 households in the city without asking anyone, without getting approval, without doing credit checks. The name, BankAmericard. Yes, you heard right. One morning you wake up, there's a credit card in your mailbox, and you can spend unlimited. The result? Complete chaos. People started spending like crazy. Fraudsters stole and used cards. Debts weren't paid. Bank of America lost $20 million in the first year. Everyone said, see, credit cards don't work. But Bank of America didn't give up because they realized one thing. People loved these cards. The problem was in the system, not the idea. In 1965, someone named Dee Hock enters the stage. Who is this man? An ordinary bank employee, didn't even finish university. But he has such a vision in his head. Dee Hock tells Bank of America, the problem is, you own this card. Other banks are afraid of you, don't trust you. The solution? Open the card to everyone. Make your competitors your partners. Everyone in the meeting room is shocked. Is this guy crazy? They whisper. But Dee Hock is persistent. And in 1968, something incredible happens. Bank of America transfers the entire card to Dee Hock. You know what Hock does? He establishes the world's first decentralized organization. Thousands of banks, instead of being competitors, cooperate. Each bank has equal voting rights. In 1976, the name changes. BankAmericard is now Visa, and guess what happens? Explosion. Within 10 years, Visa spreads across the world, in Europe, in Asia, in Latin America, everywhere the blue-yellow logo. But wait, if Visa is so successful, where did Mastercard come from, and why do both exist together? Let's go back to 1966. Bank of America's bank. Americard is growing, growing, and other banks are panicking. Wait a minute, they say. Is Bank of America going to control the entire credit card market? Are we just going to watch? 17 major banks come together and say, we'll make our own card too. And thus is born Interbank Card Association. At first it's complete chaos. Each bank uses its own logo, its own colors. Customers are confused. Merchants don't know which card to accept. In 1979 they finally decide, let's unite under one brand, the name, Mastercard. Now a question for you. Which one do you think won? Visa or Mastercard? Most of you will say Visa because Visa is bigger, right? But the truth is, they both won. How? Because while they were competing instead of destroying each other, they strengthened each other. Look how it happened. Visa. We're accepted everywhere, in 200 countries at 100 million points. Mastercard. We're more prestigious. We have premium cards, VIP benefits. The result? People started getting both, merchants started accepting both, and most importantly, when two giants came together, nobody could stand against them. American Express tried, failed. Discover Card tried, market share, stayed at 1%. Google, Apple, Samsung Pay tried, they still had to use Visa and Mastercard infrastructure. So how are these two companies so powerful? Where does their real power come from? What I'm about to tell you will shock you. Now let's get to the real issue. How exactly do these two companies make money? Most people think they make money when I pay credit card interest. Wrong. Interest goes to banks. Visa and Mastercard don't make money from interest. Their real power is elsewhere. Transaction fees. They take a commission between 1.5% and 3.5% on every card purchase. Sounds very little, right? But now, let's look at the math. $200 trillion in credit card transactions worldwide annually. Let's take an average 2% commission. 200 trillion times 0.02 equals $4 trillion in just 1 year, just for standing in between and saying, I approve this transaction. Let's make this more concrete. Today, you go to a cafe, you buy a 50 lira coffee. Here's how that 50 lira is distributed. Coffee beans, milk cup, 10 lira. Rent electricity staff, 20 lira. Cafe's profit, 5 lira. Tax, 14 lira. Visa/Mastercard commission, 1 lira. Wait, it's not over yet. The worst part is this. The cafe owner doesn't pay this 1 lira out of pocket. He reflects it in prices. So even if you pay with cash, you're paying the credit card commission. Do you understand now? The system is set up so you can't escape. If you use the card, you pay. If you don't use it, you still pay. But there's an even darker truth. These two companies are now so big, they manage economies. Remember the donations to WikiLeaks in 2010? Visa and Mastercard just pressed a button and cut off all of WikiLeaks' revenue sources. Did the government decide? No. Did the court decide? No. Two private companies decided. What happened in the Russia-Ukraine war in 2022? Visa and Mastercard withdrew from Russia. 140 million people couldn't use their cards overnight. No government is this powerful. No army is this effective. Because in the modern world, the most powerful weapon is controlling the flow of money. And now you might be wondering, isn't anyone saying stop to this? Isn't there any alternative? In recent years, a wind of change has been blowing. 1. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Thousands of cryptocurrencies emerged, their promise. Payment without intermediaries. No need for Visa and Mastercard. But what really happened? To trade on crypto exchanges, you still use Visa and Mastercard. In fact, Visa is now issuing crypto cards. Do you understand? They didn't destroy the system, they became part of the system. 2. Digital banks. Neobanks like Revolut. N. 26. Wise came along, lower commissions, they said, but when you look at the infrastructure, Visa and Mastercard again, them. 3. Central bank. Digital currencies. China's digital yuan, Europe's digital euro, Turkey's digital lira. Governments are finally saying, let's build our own system too. So, is this the end of Visa and Mastercard? Probably not, because they've been doing one thing for 70 years. Adapting, crypto came out. They issued crypto cards, digital wallets came. They integrated with Apple Pay, Google Pay, blockchain technology emerged. They're investing in blockchain. The truth is, destroying them is almost impossible because they're not just two companies anymore. They are the circulatory system of the world economy. If you shut them down, the economy stops. ATMs don't work. No online shopping, international trade is paralyzed. But maybe the problem isn't destroying them, it's controlling them, demanding transparency, regulating commissions, creating alternatives. Now look back. That plastic card in your pocket isn't just a payment tool. It's the symbol of a 70-year revolution, a paradox where human freedom and captivity exist together. Frank McNamara started this journey with a forgotten wallet. Dee Hock continued with a vision. And where we are today, no empire in world history, no king, no dictator has had this much power because they conquered land. But Visa and Mastercard conquered money itself. And remember, money is always power, and whoever controls this power controls the world. Now one last question for you. When you wake up tomorrow morning, when you use your card, will you think about who you're serving? Or will you accept the system as it is? The decision is yours. So what do you think? Are credit cards an invention that makes our lives easier, or a system that takes away our freedom? Write in the comments, let's discuss. Because this issue isn't just economics, it's our lives. And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe. Because in the next video, I'll tell you about Apple and Google's payment systems war. And believe me, what you'll learn will be even more shocking than this video. Because if Visa and Mastercard are the giants of the past, Apple and Google are trying to become the masters of the future. Thank you so much for watching me this far. I hope this video gave you a different perspective. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.